Hi, everyone. It's Saturday. And why are we here? Because it's Suicide Prevention Saturday. If this is your first time, my name is Brooke Cheney. I am the owner and instructor here at A Great Start Shooting School. And I have to say, I like my intro. And unfortunately, I have not seen DM Foss here in a while, but I do want to always thank him for that because he put that together for me. So, DJ, did you want to say something? Because you're not muted. Oh, okay. Just, Hillbilly is always muted when he doesn't mean to be. That's the first time you've been unmuted. So, Suicide Prevention Saturday. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the thing I put up is, does linear time exist? Why did I put that up? Oh, but wait, let me finish the intro. This is one of my things for the new year. I would like to have a consistent intro to y'all, which I have not yet done. So, why are we here? Because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths that you hear about, so 2/3 of the gun deaths are suicides. So, what does that mean? If we really want to help prevent gun deaths, we need to talk about mental health. And suicide is, talking about mental health is how we prevent suicide, or at least that's the idea. So, that is why, wait a second. I already got people talking smack. Really? Really? Barbecue, you rarely get here. And after, yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you later. All right. So anyway, 2 out of 3 gun deaths. CDC says gun deaths, and they don't say murder for that reason. Because if they said how many murders there were, their numbers are itty bitty and tiny. So every weekend I get on here Saturday nights to let you know, we as gun owners, or just people who would like to see the death toll go down when it comes to suicides, because unfortunately that's one of those things that is rising, and it's not even just with firearms, it's in general. So here we are, Suicide Prevention Saturday, to talk about mental health, to find out what we can do, you and I individually. We can't do a lot necessarily, but we can all do something. So back to the title of tonight. Does linear time exist? Well, over the holidays, I think all of our clocks get a little messed up. In that, what day is it? This is the challenge I've been having probably since before Christmas. But now that we're in the new year, I'm still a little bit off. Last night, I popped onto YouTube and I saw Hillbilly and his panel of guests. And I freaked out because I thought it was 10 o'clock at night on Saturday, when actually it was like 8 p.m. on a Friday night, because it was Jamie's show, not Hillbilly's show, but all the faces were familiar. So anyway, I'm going to hide the comments so I stop laughing at the things I'm seeing. So last night I have a mini heart attack and realized I've gone in a time warp because I thought it was the wrong day, wrong time. Once I realized that it was Jamie's show, not Hillbilly's show, even though there's a lot of the same faces, I felt a little bit better. And then today, I've been teaching since this morning, whenever time I started, 9 o'clock this morning until 5 tonight. And I, again, pop onto YouTube and I'm like, I see Hillbillies streaming something. And I'm like, is it Saturday? Really? Already? And so the reason I'm talking about does linear time exist is because I am sure I am not the only one who's had like these time glitches where it's like, don't even know what day it is. So my work week is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I have a 4-day work week because I usually have 12-hour days. And it's one of those things where it's weird how we lose our perspective. So my question to you guys who are out there watching and chatting in the side chat is, have you ever lost time? Does it feel like sometimes you totally on top of it, or do you always know? Like Viejo earlier, before this even started, he was talking about how he mistyped something, right? And he's like, I should learn at least how to type. Well, for me, at my 50 plus years old, my thought is I should be able to know what day it is on a regular basis. So for you guys out there, how often have you lost time, or how often have you gained time? Like when you're feeling super productive and you've just realized you've done like 10 hours of work and you look at your watch and you're like, only an hour has gone by. So I want to know if I'm not totally insane and crazy. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But do you have those time slips where it's like sometimes it's huge, where, like I said, I'm like, I didn't even know what day it was, either yesterday or today, apparently. So DJ, I'm so going to put you on the spot because you can answer me before everybody else. So, sir, what say you? You got some time slips in your life?
Most definitely. Time has lost me far more often than I have lost it. As a matter of fact, I used to call anybody wristwatches were wrist dictators. I really hated having to keep track of time. And as for whether or not it exists in a linear fashion like that, I say time is both relative and it's a concept that humans created. What we call time is, whether it's measured by us or not, continues to exist. It's a human construct, I guess, where I should have stopped.
Okay, no, it's all good. You can go. All right, but no, while I got you up, why don't you say hi to everybody for me? Because like I said, I turned off the comments because I just started laughing at some of the things. So we'll get back to what we've been posting. We all lost 2 years. Yes, Fiona, and sadly, you are not wrong. I totally agree with that. But
Yeah, I totally wanted to put that up on your screen for that reason. Fiona has a great sense of humor. Good to see her back in the room again.
oh,
Fiona is here. So is Chris from the 740. G23 is here. Mike White, 2A Advocacy, is in the room. So is Viejo. Guns and Barbecue is out there, cutting the rug. Let's see who else we got. Have to scroll up a little bit higher because everybody's been chitter chatting for a minute because I know I'm going to miss somebody and I don't want to do that. You were in the room
G23. You
earlier.
said G23 though,
Yeah, I
right?
said
Okay.
G23. I think I might have caught everybody. If I forgot anybody,
Eh,
please correct me in the comments and I'll catch you at the end of the show.
all right. So, um, let's see. Yeah. So, BJ. Wow, I can't even read. No gravity distorts time and space. So, yes, it actually does if you read Einstein and that sort of thing. So the larger something is, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road right now because I will say it wrong. Um, so before, once barbecue said, just because I usually miss the live doesn't mean I excuse your lack of punctuality. It was like by 30 seconds, dude. It wasn't horrible. One more thing I just realized that I did want to celebrate with you guys, other than the fact that linear time may or may not exist, um, is that as of right now, this is my 10th anniversary. This is the 10th year that A Great Start Shooting School has been in business. We started in January of 2014. See, I did the math for those of you who have a hard time with math, because sometimes I'm the one who has a hard time with math. And the reason it made me realize this is because one of the things that I wrote in my review of my 10 years is one of the things I talked about finding my unicorn in those 10 years, and that is our dear Fiona. So, not only is she on point for losing 2 years, she is also on point for having a very specific, memorable event in the past decade. So, let's see, let's see. Lose track of time. Might White. Lose track of time a lot when I'm on vacation, and I lose track of days. Yes, and it was just really odd for me to lose track of 2 days in a row. I know it's the new year, we're all getting back into our thing, but it was just like, because on Friday I freaked out that it was Saturday. I'm like, all right, I'll be all set for Saturday. And then, as DJ knows, because he is the one who I send a link to, I hadn't sent a link up for this. I don't have anything else planned for this month. And I'm like, yesterday, I'm like, oh, when I get up, I will take care of that. Or even last night, and I didn't. So, Vio says, get busy and involved in a project. The reloading bench hours can pass without a notice. Fortunately, you're retired, no place to go, and all day to get there. Well, that's always helpful. Um, and yeah, it is amazing to me. Like when you're feeling super, when I am feeling super effective, it's kind of crazy to me. I will do a task, whatever it is, whether it's doing paperwork or cleaning my house or any of those things. And when I'm feeling super effective, it's like I feel like I've been working for an hour or so because I got so much done. And then I look and it's like, oh, it's been 20 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's very cool. How do I do that more? Right? I'm like, if we could bottle how time slips through our hands or is elongated because it feels like pain and suffering. So let's see. Time and sense using numbers could be human kind. The duration it takes for a planet to orbit a star is not a human. No, but it changes because it's inconsistent, and that's why we have a leap year, right? So it's usually roughly 365 days to create a orbit for the Earth around the sun. However, it's really 365 days and what is it, 6 hours, 5 hours, something like that. So once every 4 years, we have to throw a whole new day in there. So yeah, we've got lots of crazy stuff that goes on with our time. And here's the other part of this, right? With New Year's being last weekend, so many people are talking about, oh, look, it's 2024. And with that, it's like, okay, so now everyone's focused on time because now you and I have 365 days to figure out how to be better than we were last year. And some of us are successful with that, some of us not so much. And most of us are yes and no, in that there are things that we are proud of that we did last year, and there are things we're not so proud of we did last year. And our goal is to maybe, have little smaller dips so that we're going up more than we're going down. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah, setting new goals, that sort of stuff. DJ, because a couple more have popped in, do you want to say hi to everyone for me? Have you been keeping track? I just see a couple more.
I have been, starting with Ozzy Orsborn. Want to welcome him into the room. CNT Designs and Arms is also out there, and so is Chasing Ghost. Welcome in.
Ooh, yeah, and I got to be on Chasing Ghosts' new channel last week. So that was a lot of fun, Tara and I, and it was so funny because, okay, time. Here you are, you guys that are here tonight are watching this live. Now, someone else, like Hillbilly, is the one who always catches this on the replay. So you and I are having a real-time, in-person conversation. Now, a week from now, someone could watch this and be like, it is not the week after New Year's and all of that fun stuff. So I think that sorry, I'm trying to hide the comments again so that I don't get distracted over there. So time gets distorted because we see stuff and we don't know when it actually occurred, because the whole point of like YouTube stuff is we're supposed to make this evergreen content, so we don't talk about the holidays and stuff, but I'm not worried about that. So I have no idea where I was going with that. I'm such an airhead. So DJ, where was I going? Read my mind for me, would you?
Let's see. My finger hurts. I should have something special because it's my anniversary and I haven't done that yet. I need more sleep. The rest of it, I'm not sharing with others.
Okay. It's very kind of you to pop in for me. Yeah. So before the show started, DJ's like, how's your day? And I'm like, right here, buddy. This is how my day is. I was doing dishes, and one of the presents I got for my husband this year for Christmas was a new knife set. And that new knife set is super sharp. And well, I was doing dishes and I picked up this knife and I took the sponge and I went like this. And then I said some words and applied pressure because there's a pretty good gash here. And then my daughter went and got the gauze pads, the tape, all of that. And we're super happy because it didn't bleed through. So it doesn't mean I don't need stitches, or at least we'll just leave that on there for a day or two, assuming I don't need stitches. So yes, so there is a little bit of that. As far as sleep, I believe the saying is we will sleep when we are dead, which is not true, because when we're talking about mental health and good habits, sleep is actually one of the most important things in the world. Most, how do I say this, fitness health professionals, whether it's doctors or trainers, will let you know the most important thing that you can do for your health is sleep. And for some of us, it's super hard. So sleep is super important. And no, I'm not necessarily getting enough of it, but I will work on that and get better with that. Okay. Ooh, now I made all of them disappear. All right, DJ, I saw Chris from the 740. I made all of my comments disappear, so now I can't see anybody. Are there any comments that I should be paying attention to right this second?
Well, barbecue has been giving you a science lesson.
Okay.
in the text chat out there. Yeah.
All right.
So he's a space cowboy kind of guy, always interested in heavenly bodies, and so he's got some answers about those things. Beyond that, well, I do want to also welcome in Hillbilly Up. Hillbilly Up is out there.
All right. Very cool.
Um,
Gee, Hillbilly, you're here just in time when I just said at the beginning of the stream that you always catch the replay. So now you're making a liar out of me. Congratulations. It's all good. Hey, and let's see, who else? Fight for 4 hours of sleep. Yeah. So someone like Tara, who barely gets to sleep 4 hours a night. I know a lot of people like her where it's like they don't even sleep at all. Or DJ, dude, come on now. You are the poster child for inconsistent sleep. Are you not?
I am. I am.
But it takes a toll on us if we do not manage to actually get sleep. And like so many things, it is different for everyone. It could be anywhere from 6 to 10 hours. One of the big things, like we have teenagers, and if they could, they would stay up to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning every single day. But because we understand the importance of sleep, we make them go to bed for 9 o'clock. And everyone's like, your 16-year-old goes to bed at 9? I'm like, yes, because the number one thing we can do for our health is to make sure we get enough sleep. Number 2, it's probably hydration. Number 3 is then that exercise. Well, no, number 3 would be eating. And then number 4 is exercise. So what does health matter? So how does that does that affect your mental health? Of course it does. So sleep's number 1. There's tons of ways to do it. Probably one of the easiest things to look at is what are your sleep habits? DJ is currently on a phone. And for example, one of the things I talk about, and I'm on a computer with bright lights in my face. And the best thing you can do is turn that off for at least an hour prior to you going to bed, because that helps you go to sleep. Now, Tara, here's something you could maybe try. In the morning when you wake up, your goal is go outside and get full sun in your face for 15 minutes in the morning. And that helps reset your circadian rhythm. So these are 2 things. There's one thing you can do at night, one thing you can do in the morning. Because one of my goals for 2024 is make sure that in every episode that you guys are here for, you get at least 1 or 2 tips on actual actionable things that you can do that can help you, regardless of whether you sleep 10 hours or 4 hours or whatever. And that's what my plan is for this year. What did C&T say? It's too small when it's over here. I don't sleep with anything for nights on end, then I crash and sleep for 9 or 10 hours. Yeah. So I think that kind of sums up you, DJ. Are you kind of the same? Or do you just don't even go to sleep at all sometimes?
I was able to relate to CNT really, really strongly. The only difference between the 2 of us on that is I just don't get any for a couple, 3 days. And when I crash out, it's that much longer. So yeah, up for 3, down for almost 3/4 of 1. So yeah. 12 to 14 hour sleep periods are not uncommon.
Yeah. And
I like this from Viejo though. He says, "Oh yeah,
oops, sorry.
Get busy. You're all right." He says, "Oh yeah, get busy and involved in a project at the reloading bench. Hours can pass without notice. Fortunately, I'm retired. I have no place to go and all day to get there." I love the way he puts that at the end. I love that. Thanks, Viejo.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm laughing at barbecue. Don't bore the audience with my nerd comments. Brooke pays me to come in and troll. Yes, I pay him by visiting him and surprising him while he's home. So, all right. Let's see. Those are my 2 things. 1, realizing that time is just what it is, and we all experience differently. One of the things I love is when we're in the zone and we can get stuff done in what feels like less time. Like Vio was saying, there are times when you can just do something competitively for on and on and on. And maybe next weekend, we're going to talk about that a little bit and the difference between guys and girls also, because there's an adorable video and I think I can play enough of it so you guys can get the idea of it. And we'll talk about why guys are usually better about doing stuff consistently like that for a long period of time, where women, we are not as good at that sort of thing. So, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Yay for my 10th anniversary. That's fun, exciting. And yes, DJ, we got to come up with something special to do for our 10th anniversary. I'm looking at it as, for my birthday, I believe that we believe in our family, we believe in birthday month. And because this is my 10th year in business, I'm going to go with, we're going to support and do stuff for the full year for the 10th year that we're in, so that there are fun things to do. And then Barbecue did tell me it was the greatest surprise ever for me to show up on his doorstep. Although I showed up on his doorstep and there was no service on my cell phone. So I had to drive away from his doorstep to call him to not be able to surprise him because I didn't want to walk into somebody's wrong house. So it didn't go exactly as planned. All right. With that, DJ. C&T apparently is a straight up vampire. Well, that's awesome if you have second or third shift job. So I really don't know. DJ, do you know?
It's like this. I think that C&T Designs and Arms are cut from the same cloth. We like the nightlife. We got a boogie on the disco around. It's just like it happens that way. And I'm able to relate to many of the comments in the text chat tonight, not just C&Ts. So,
yeah.
Cool.
All right. So anyway, all right, there's my 20 minutes. That's usually longer than I want to go anyway. So DJ, what do you have? Oh, whoops. Well, sorry. So C&T answered my question. He does work during the day. So that one to, stay up all night, sleep all day is not so successful. Well, I'm sorry. It's not that it should be successful, but it's probably a little bit challenging for sure. All right, Mr. DJ, what would be your parting words for our first Suicide Prevention Saturday of 2024?
It would be this, among other things. I cop lyrics from Alicia Bridges and you go to Slaughter. Like, I want to forget about those parts of the 80s, but Up All Night and Sleep All Day, I like it. I'm glad you included that. Joining us this evening, we're Hillbilly Up, Chasing Ghost, C&T Designs and Arms, Ozzy Osbourne, Fiona was out there. So was Chris from the 740, Guns and Barbecue, another G with a 23 behind it. Mike White and Viejo were out there.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you so much for co-hosting with me. Hope you all will go check out Hillbilly after this one in about half an hour, 35 minutes, give or take. Not that he ever starts on time. So Barbecue, you go troll him instead. So, I mean, he starts when it's ready, when everyone's full in the green room. But anyway, I am looking forward to 2024. I want to make this a better show that's even more interesting for you guys. I am looking ahead already to January 27th. I'm going to have a special guest because I'm going to have to pre-record that one because I will be flying back from SHOT Show, my first time ever. So that is, we're dropping more lyrics from songs. So January is going to be fun. Next week, like I said, maybe I'm going to talk about Viejo and the whole men versus women brains, and that will be the thing we do. And I don't know about 20th. I've got my special guest coming. We'll figure something out. With that, may you all have a blessed and spectacular Saturday, the rest of it until I see you next week. And may the rest of you have awesome time on all of your channels all over the place on YouTube. And if you haven't checked out any of my friends, oh no, poor G-Webs. No, G-Webs, your comments were not showing. Darn it all. I think YouTube is just evil. All right. But I'll go back and look on the actual YouTube and see if I can find them there. All right. Night, everybody. See you next week. And that's what I got. Oh, yeah. And I got to hit the silly button